Oh, hi there. I would just say, don't ask, just keep watching maybe. This one is dedicated to Izzy and Alex. So they're two people with albinism. We were all sitting around having dinner, and I was telling them that I was going off to Spain and that I'd got a UV umbrella. And then we had this whole discussion about umbrellas and how we can't use them because we run the risk of taking everyone's eyes out. And also that if someone says, oh, can I walk next to you, share my umbrella, it's like the hardest thing to walk under someone's umbrella with them. It's like that whole thing of staying in your own lane. Can you dissect that and say why people with albinism are dangerous with umbrellas and why they can't walk next to someone with one?
Yeah, well, I think to be fair, most people are dangerous with umbrellas, aren't they? I totally hear you about the trying to walk next to someone and share an umbrella. I don't think I've ever successfully managed that in myself, to be honest. You also have a bit of a height issue. If you're taller or shorter, you sort of have to lean in a weird fashion, don't you? So yeah, just to reassure you, I think even people without nystagmus and albinism struggle with that. I definitely do, and you end up walking in a weird direction and stumbling and tripping on their feet and stuff. So I think that's probably not just people with albinism, but it definitely would make it worse if you have albinism and nystagmus and you're trying to judge 3D distances. So I totally understand that. And I think from the point of view of bashing people with it, I guess again that's just a 3D space sort of moving target sort of issue, isn't it? Unless you're 7'2" and you can hold it up so high, it's definitely not going to hit anyone. You're going to struggle, aren't you, in a crowd?
Is it like, because obviously this means the concept of this is just alien to me, but is it like when you're in a car and you need to know the size of you to like go into a certain space? Is it the equivalent of that kind of thing? Like you need to know how big you are to fit in?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing, right? It's the same as 3D space appreciation, which is definitely harder if you don't see 3D and your vision is lower and you struggle with literally distance visual acuity. So absolutely, if you're driving a car through a small gap, you've got to have an absolutely really good idea of how wide your car is. And the same when you're navigating through and walking through a crowd on a street, right? You've got to be aware of that gap that's the right size, but then that's even harder because that gap might get bigger and smaller before you get there, or you might have to turn sideways or whatever. I think umbrellas are hard anyway, but it's definitely going to be harder if you struggle with navigation and direction and 3D space.
It just doesn't happen. I just sooner get wet.
No.
Take everyone's eye.
Well, mate, do they make umbrellas with like soft edges, like bumper car umbrellas? I'm sure they must.
No.
I'm sure they've got some cool ones.
What they do though, they've got those umbrellas. They're like hats, It's like an Alice bag.
Oh yeah. I mean that's good for not drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah,
definitely.
Do you want to walk along looking like a human curiosity? No.
I'm sure you can get umbrellas with soft edges. Maybe I've made that up.
I think
we should do some.
I think you've made that up. Or have you?
Oh, I'm going to Google it and prove myself right. If not, I'm going to patent it.
Yeah, do that. There'd be a load of people who appreciate it. Because I guess, why do they have to? You don't have to have the little spokey bits. Why do you have to have them sticking out? You don't, do you?
Yeah, I feel like you could have something on the end of them. Or an inflatable umbrella. Not sure we're helping here, are we?
No.
Fair enough.
I think
we can understand the query.
The conclusion is that it's just never going to happen.
Well, again, the actual really boring answer, I'm afraid, like we've had before, is it's a complex visual 3D navigation task for anyone. And therefore it's going to be that much harder for people who struggle with those particular things. But as I say, I think of all the things we've talked about before, so we've talked about specific things that people struggle with and are a bit confused by why they struggle with them. This one's one of the ones that confuses me the least, because I think I find it so hard myself, frankly, especially the trying to share someone's umbrella thing.
Oh, that's good.
which is a nightmare.
That's good to know that, because I literally, if someone says that to me, I'm like, you're fine. It's fine. I'll just get wet, because it's like,
Yeah.
you end up walking into them.
Yeah.
You end up like tripping them up. Then you end up like walking on their feet, and sometimes
Yeah.
you don't know very well as well. Like if it's a work thing or something, and then I just would rather not go down there.
Yeah, I agree. Or be really bold and say, "Can you hold it over me, please?" And then you're fine. You got the benefit of both.
Yeah.
Smashed it.
Yeah.